Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
Tune in every Thursday from 5 to 5:55 p.m. on Hot 702.5 FM for MVP Speaks Radio.
Hi. Hey. What's up?
All your favorite artists.
Check it out. Say my name. DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
Thanks for tuning in to Hot 702.5 FM. We are the hottest. You're listening to MVP Speaks Radio.
Hey, everybody. Welcome on in. Live in the studio. You're here with MVP Speaks on Hot 702.5 FM. It is a good time to be here, and I'm happy you're here, so wherever you are tuning in from in the world, celebrate that. I'm happy that you're here with me. Today is a special day. It's a special show. After we do our normal openings and whatnot, we're going to get into this show, and we're going to dedicate it to my mother. May she rest in peace, rest in heaven. My mother, Cynthia, today is her birthday, her born day. So we'll get into that a little bit later. But right now, we're going to give a shout out to my partners in rhyme. And I just want to say, if you want to partner with me and have your business mentioned in the beginning of my show as one of my partners, just hit me up. It's mostly about how we can help and support each other. So I'm looking for new partners for the new year in 2024. But until then, you know who my partners in rhyme are. The True Spot LV. The True Spot providing a platform for artists in Las Vegas for over 8 years now with various events and open mics and poetry slams. I also want to give a shout out to Scorpio Royalty Productions. James Anthony, fire producer, awesome guy all around. Just a great thing, a great person. If you need someone to make your music sound amazing and good and quality, that's who you want to go to, Scorpio Royalty Productions. Also, let's give a shout out to CTV Radio. Catch This Vibe Radio, the hottest independent radio station in the Midwest and in TikTok. On TikTok. Shout out to Biggie. If you're an independent artist, I encourage you to go follow his platform. Go get engaged and get involved. Not only does he play the independent artist music, but he puts that music in a pool for DJs across the country to pull from and play as well. And then I also want to give a shout out to Za Imagery, Za Creations. If you need someone to do your websites or someone to do your photo shoots, your headshots, any graphics that you need, she is definitely on fire and ready to go. She's one of my favorite people because she be getting out here and she actually go get it. She create the opportunities, and that's what I love about her. So you can go follow all those accounts on TikTok and Instagram. Tell them MVP sent you. I don't know what it's going to get you, but it's going to be a good time. Okay, so also, let's do our pull-ups, don't pull out. You guys, I'm really hot right now, and I'm having a headache all of a sudden. I don't know what's happening to me, so just bear with me because it's a lot happening in my life right now. Okay, so pull up, don't pull out. Tonight, tonight is a great event happening at the Composers Room, which is right here, right next to the Hot 702.5 FM studios. We have Late Night Whispers with Corey the Poet It's Corey, baby, featuring an amazing saxophone. I do believe it's a saxophone. Let me pull it up. In the meantime, my brother, the Falcon, will also be doing poetry there tonight as well. So it's a really dope event. Let me just pull up so I can get this exact. Rick Alexander, a.k.a. Rice Rick, sideman for Tony is featuring tonight at the Composer's Room for Late Night Whispers. This is an amazing show curated by Corey the Poet. Corey the Poet, if you don't know, is the first and probably, I think, the only poet to receive a residency at a major hotel and casino over here on the Las Vegas Strip. So that's pretty awesome. And he has his show every Thursday, and the show time is at 9:30. Doors open at 953 East Sahara Avenue. Late Night Whispers, the Composer's Room, every Thursday. You can buy your tickets at thecomposersroom.com. I think they're $20 or $10. I'm not sure. Also coming up is Monday at Kev Love's Music Hall and Events. We are having an all-artist New Year's Day showcase, January 1st, and there will be a cash prize also. 7 p.m. sign-ups begin. It's a New Year's Day celebration. New year, new me. You know, maybe you always wanted to get on the microphone and you know, you're like, 2024 is my year. I'm getting on the mic. This will be a great place for you to do that. It's a firebomb venue. It always looks nice. It's myself and the Falcon are hosting. I hope I'm going to host too, since I missed last week. Hope he shares with me. He don't even got to pay me. I just want to do it for the fun. But maybe not. Maybe I'll just sit back and relax and just take the cash prize, because I don't have no problem with that either. I stay winning. I stay winning. Stay winning. And I think that's all the events that I know about coming up. The year is ending, you guys, and I'm going to be very transparent with you. I really just kind of want to quit everything. I feel so, I don't want to say I feel overwhelmed, but I feel like there's something else. Like there's another umph. I have to do. I don't know if it's just you want to do more because you're a human. I'm trying to be more because I'm a human being, but I feel like, I don't know, you guys. I just feel like I need something else. I need a push. I need a oomph. I feel like something needs to come on down or come on through. So I feel a little bit out the loop, or just a little bit out of myself. All right, so those are the two events that I know that are popping off right now. A couple other things that are usually going on are taking a break for the holidays, so that's okay. But you know what I got now? I got the Be Inspired inspirational messages. I had a sale right before Christmas, and I'm so happy that some people have took advantage of that. Shout out to the Falcon for taking advantage of that, and shout out to Miss brain fart Sophia for also participating and taking advantage of my sale. And if you listen to this live and you want to take advantage of my sale, it's 2 jars for $22.22. Now, I'm not really tripping on the 22 cents. I just got to think with numbers. But if you send it digitally, it needs to be $22.22. But if you pay me in person, $22 will be enough. But yeah, there's over 100 messages in here. You guys know what how my messages are. It's cute. Look at that. Be Inspired, MVP Speaks. 2 jars for $22.22. It makes a great gift. You can ship them out. You can give them to your friends, your coworkers. You can even give it to someone you don't like, someone you think that's annoying, or maybe they're just an antagonistic a-hole, and you're just like, man, this person is annoying, you got to give them some sweetness. Tell them to read it. If they read it, it's going to benefit them. If they don't, then it won't. So, we got to pull some messages. So we're just going to pull some. I think I'm just going to reach in here, and whatever I pull out on the first whop, not like that though, is what we're going to read for today. So I got a few. Let's see what they say. The first one. Joy is my birthright. Joy is my birthright. Joy. Joy. I got the joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Where? Down in my heart. Where? Your desires are certain. Your desires are certain. Putting myself first is okay and necessary. I am exactly where I need to be. I needed this one today, you guys, because I keep telling you I want to quit everything. That means this radio show too. You guys, pray for me. My voice reigns supreme. Your desires are certain. That's twinsies. Oh my goodness. Remember the womb. There's a lot. I pulled a lot. Forgiveness is for my heart and peace of mind. The world is your stage. Come from behind the curtain. My vibration is super fly. I really don't feel like my vibration is fly right now. I feel like I want to go take a nap. I guess I could be fly. My vibration is super fly. I'm really trying not to think. I'm trying to prepare myself for talking about my mama, because I already feel emotional. Love is abundant and overflowing. And it's overflowing, guys. Love is always abound. It's abound. It's everywhere. Do you see the love? Do you feel the love? Do you give love and be love? Sometimes I hear people be like, there's no love in this city. Aw, shout out to Sean the photographer chiming in. I miss you, bro. Aw, it's good to see you too. Thank you, Sean. I need to keep going. You right. Aw. Aw, that's my brother from another mother. Oh, it's good to see you on here. My words drip like honey. Oh, man, you guys. I don't know what happens if you don't feel well on your radio show. What am I supposed to do? I'm not feeling the best at this moment. Something is happening. My joy is in my journey. And laughter heals. Oh, yes. Laughter does heal. Oh my gosh, something is not okay. All right, well, those were our Be Inspired inspirational messages for today. I just kind of went through them really fast. It's okay, sometimes it be that way. I'm holding on to this one, though, that says I'm exactly where I need to be. And my twinsies, that my desires are certain. Sometimes I think it's hard for us to accept that, what we desire, it is and it can be, because sometimes we don't feel worthy of these desires or something like that. I feel like I'm falling off the chair. I feel like I am not sitting up here in my power. I feel like I'm floating. Float on. All right, so those were our Be Inspired inspirational messages for today. I hope you guys like them. And like I said, if you're in Vegas, you can get the deal, the 2 for $222. Just say you saw it on my show, and I'll plug you up. We can meet up or drop off, depending upon your location. I live far away now, so you guys got to not be on the north side. That's like I'm literally on the opposite end of that. So we got to meet somewhere in the middle. Yeah, it's a great tool, and it just is a positive. It's a positive light in your life or anybody's life, and they're perfect for all ages. Somebody got one or got two, and they're gonna read them with their husband, and somebody got one and they shipped them out to their friends or something. So it's endless and limitless opportunities for that. You guys see my little flower in my hair? I'm gonna go down a little bit so you can see it. It's cute. Okay, so You guys, before I get to talking about my mama, I want to give a special shout out and just love and positive energy and vibes and hugs and kisses and long time years of friendship to my best friend from middle school, Holly. Man, me and Holly go so far back, and we met up on Christmas. I drove out there to Utah, which was about a 6-hour drive. I don't know if it's really 6 or 7 because the time changes, so I was confused. I was like, is it really 6 or is it really 7? I don't know. But anyways, so we went out. I went out there, and first of all, you guys, that was my first road trip. Now, you motherfuckers know I hate driving more than 20 minutes anywhere. So for me to be like, I'm driving to Utah, is crazy. But I did it. I did it by myself. Well, you're never alone. So I had my ancestors with me and the divine guidance of all that is with me. So I'm never alone. But it was a great experience. I'm proud of myself. I overcame my fear of being on the highway. I was even speeding at one point. I had to slow down. I was going too fast. They wasn't ready for me. But it was a really great, it was a great trip. Like getting there, everything was so freaking smooth. Like sometimes things in my life be so, and I feel like that's probably why I be feeling like I want to quit, because is it going too good? I'm just not going to let any more goodness in. I'm just going to quit right now. What's wrong with me? But the journey was so smooth from the time I woke up, I left on time. Like everything was it was perfect. And we had an amazing visit. Just catching up on our past and growing up and our experiences. And I even got my dad on the phone, and he was even sharing in some of the memories, and we just had an awesome time. And that's my BFF, and I love her forever. And I'm saying all this because one of the reasons I went out there was because she recently had 2 transitions in her life. Her son, who is Mikey, who's 23, he transitioned. He was taken from the world. And her father, Mr. Lyle, also transitioned a few weeks after her son. So I just want to have a moment of silence for those souls that have returned, and all the souls that we love that have returned. So let's just have a moment. Okay, that was a moment. Yeah, it's sad when our people leave us. And today is my mother's birthday. I just want to celebrate her and honor her. She transitioned May 9th, 2014. My entire life literally went upside down. Like I can't even explain how that feels. You just have to experience it to know, because it's undescribable. And anytime we lose somebody, it can be a sad and painful experience because we love them and they're no longer physically with us in this matrix that we're in. So, but I want to encourage my friend and encourage myself and encourage you guys to remember that our friends and family, they're not far from us. It's not like they're really gone. They are, I don't want to say alive and well, because obviously they're not alive, but their spirit and their energy is alive. And I always think about Dennis Lavender's joke. He says, because his grandma passed, and he says, you know how they say they could feel the energy, like the presence of the person is still, like their energy is still there. And he always says he believes that because the Nevada energy bill is still in his grandma's name. So he says she would want it that way. But yeah, it's crazy being a human, because we're not only human. That's what we have to remember. So the part of us that leaves to go back to be where we came from, whatever you believe, you came from God, you came from heaven, wherever you came from before you were here, like that's where we go back to. But we're always, that part of us is always with us. That's like our higher self or the God in us or however you guys call it. You know, we want to name everything and label everything. And I think that's how we do it as humans. But in the spirit, there's like, it's not boxed in. It's free. So whoever you love, whoever you missed, I know we lost a lot of people just in general in life. And then the coronavirus came and we lost even more people. And I think that it's important to remember that those that we love are still beneficial to us and helpful to us from the other side. I feel like even more so because they're not bound by human boundaries and human constraints. You know, we are limited in our mind. And if we could just free our mind, I'm trying to free my mother-sucking mind. That didn't even sound right, mother-sucking. I'm trying not to cuss so much. So I'm trying to be creative with my words, but that I don't know if that one is a good one. I'm going to just say mother-loving, mother-sucking. I don't know why that's so funny to me. Oh, I need this laugh. Ooh, I be making myself laugh so much. I'm too funny. That's why I'm a comedian. I got my shirt on. I don't know if you can see it. My new hoodie. I bought this hoodie. It's a motivational piece. It says, "Fitness is my love language." What's it say? Is my love language. Fitness. I got a joke for that. I don't know if I'm going to tell it right now. Because I don't know. Anyways, so I'm going to make sure I got all my notes together. So, dearly, we're going to begin. Now we're going to begin this show's dedication to my mother, Cynthia Lee. She had a last name before she transitioned. It was Stephen. But I'm going to just call her Cynthia Lee. We got the same middle name, L-E-E. If you don't know about Lee, it has to do with being a poetic writer. If you look it up, that's one of the meanings for it. So I thought that was amazing. Look what happened. I'm a poetic writer. And my mama's a poetic writer, too. You know what? When my mama died, it really had me thinking, like, what do I have in common with her? For those you don't know, my mother is Caucasian. She's a white lady. When she died, she was a little old white lady. That's why I called her little old white lady. And so, you know, when she transitioned, I started thinking about, like, what do I have in common with my mother? Because, you know, she's a white lady. Did I relate to her? Did we have things in common? And I found out that we really did. Like, first of all, we're both poetic writers, like I just said. So that's awesome. We both love to cook. And my mama can cook, contrary to popular belief about white people. They are not all made equal. She don't do the peas and whatever in the stuff that we say is not good. She use her seasonings. She's a great cook, like me. I'm an awesome cook. I might even be better of a cook than her. Hope she don't strike me down. Also, what else I have in common with my mom? We both love to dance. Heck yeah. And she got rhythm too. That's why I don't really think that my mama was like, even though she was Caucasian, I feel like she had soul. You know, she was soulful inside. And the other thing I had in common with my mom was we both love black penis. I think I got that from her too. It's okay. It's okay. That's one of my jokes I tell. I hope you guys laughed because it was funny. It was funny to me. So this is my introduction. Dearly beloved, this is in my Prince voice. We are gathered here to celebrate a star being born December 28th, 1951. Cynthia, my mama, came into the world. And where would I be without her? I probably would not be here, that's for sure. Oh, man. So what I know about my mother is that she did not have the best upbringing. And she suffered a lot of abuse and trauma, growing up in a dysfunctional household. Rest in peace also to my grandma, Betty, and my grandpas, Grandpa Bob and Grandpa Dugo. Those are from my mom's side of the family. She had a rough childhood. So she was a little rebellious in her youth, I think, in the 60s, She did a lot of marching and fighting and standing up for things also. She was very passionate about people being treated equally. And there was a particular preacher in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Father Guapi. How do you say his name? Father Guapi? I think that's how you say his name. But he's a popular guy that was an advocate and whatnot. She used to be affiliated with those types of things. I do know that when she was pregnant with me and my brother, rest in peace also to my brother. I feel like all my family just died. My biological father died too. Rest in peace, Richard Bay. Oh my gosh, it's a sad time. Everybody died. I'm still here though, so I'm still here. I'm still here. I know that when she was pregnant with me, she went clean. She didn't drink or smoke. Like, she took care of herself to make sure I was healthy. So I'm so grateful for that, for her. I remember my mother was she was fun. Like, she was funny. When I think about it, she was hilarious. She was like me. I think I'm a lot like her. Just a smart ass, like sarcastic, very quick-witted, funny woman. And a lot of people loved her. They still love her. When we talk about our people who transition, we got to try not to put them in the past. We got to just try to talk about them like they're still here, because they are still here. Just in a different way. You have a different connection or a different relationship with them now. Oh man, you guys, I don't feel the best. This is out of control. So, so my mother, she was funny. She didn't take no shit. She reminds me a lot of myself when I think about it. Like I said, she had a rough upbringing, so she was tough. Like, she would whoop your ass if she have to. She wasn't afraid to fight. In fact, the very first time she met my father, Ronald Porter, who's I don't want to call him my adopted father, even though he adopted me, because he's just my daddy. But just so you guys don't be confused, my biological father is Richard Bay, and he transitioned when I was an infant. And my father, Ronald Porter, who you guys, if you're on my Facebook or you just know me, is my father who raised me. And, excuse me. He's my father who raised me. So, dang, I lost my train of thought. That's why I can't be like going off subject. I got to stay on one subject at a time because I'm special. But, so yeah, shout out to my father, Ronald Porter, who's still alive and well out in Texas. So the first time he met my mother, and they didn't know this until later in their life that this was the first time they met. They were young. And they were with each of their respective groups of kids, and they're walking along the railroad tracks or something, and there's some beef happening where you guys got to fight to get past us. And my mom had a baseball hat on, and she was ready to fight my dad. But my dad realized that when she got up close that she was a girl, and he was like, I can't fight her. She's a girl. That's all these other boys, but this girl is the only one that's trying to fight. So I think that's funny. That's the first time they met. She didn't take no mess. Like, she was, that's probably because she had to take some mess when she was young. But my father shared the story, and I'm going to read some comments. Shout out to everybody that sent me a comment about my mother, to read on the air, to celebrate her and talk about how awesome she is, because my mama is awesome. I mean, she made me too, so have you seen me? I must get it. They say you get it from your mama. Okay, so let's hear what my daddy had to say. And this is from my daddy, Ronald Porter. He says, the first time I met your mother, and this is actually the second time. The first time I met your mother was on a Tuesday, September 3rd, 1968. It was around 1:30 p.m. Now, first of all, I don't remember the time and date I met anybody. I say my daddy don't forget nothing. I walked into my first high school sophomore English class. Cindy was sitting in the middle seat of the 5th row of desks from the door. She was wearing a burnt orange sweater and had a short pixie cut hairstyle. Back then, I was a champion at staring people down. When I sat down, I looked her way. She looked at me, and instantly we were engaged in a stare down. Oh, snap. We stared intensely for almost 5 minutes, and neither would look away. Then, by some unspoken agreement, we simultaneously gave a very tiny nod and turned away at the same instant. Cindy was the only person that year who I could not stare down, including bullies who hated me and cops. The first time we spoke was 8 years later, and we talked about that first meeting and laughed. And 6 years later, we started a 17-year relationship that included a 16-year marriage, and after splitting, we remained friends until she left this life. Wow. That's incredible. I love that. 17-year relationship that included a 16-year marriage. And they did remain friends. And some of my favorite things I love about my parents is when I look back on my old Facebook page and they're arguing on it. I want to say they're arguing but they definitely would not hesitate to share their opinions right on my Facebook post. Sometimes they're arguing about who made me the greatest. Sometimes they're going back and forth about this, that, and the other. Oh my gosh, it is too hilarious. And I'm happy though that they were able to remain friends and help each other heal through the process of life. Because I used to think they stayed together just for me, but my dad said that I was something they had in common. So it's not like they stayed together for me, but I was the common denominator. But when you stay together for your kids, they know it. They could tell that children are smart. And sometimes adults, I don't think, give children understand how wise and in tune kids are. Like, they could feel the energy. You don't have to say nothing. They know what they know because they're young and impressionable. They know. They could feel it. And right now I feel hot as a mug, like I'm about to pass out hot. If I pass out on the radio, please tell somebody, come save me. Come save me. So, one of my favorite memories about my mama is when we were roller skating. We used to live in this apartment complex. And I think it was the first time I had roller skates. Oh, my God, I'm so hot in the sweater. I think it was the first time I had roller skates. And we would go roller skating, around the pool. We had a big pool in there. And we would go roller skating around it. And also, roller skating, I remember us roller skating out in the city. One of my earliest memories, there was in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, downtown. There was a big, is it still there? Yeah. A big, tall glass building. And I remember holding my mama's hand and looking up at her and then looking up at the big glass building. Oh, I can't believe my mama died. It's so sad. I really miss her so much because I never found another mom. My biological father died and I got another daddy. My biological brother died and I got 4 more siblings. My mama died and I don't have, nobody has been able to be my mama. It's impossible. You can't replace her. I don't even want another mama, like a second mama. I just want mine. And even though she's not here physically, I have to in tune myself with her energy. And I have to know, like, the people that are our relatives, like, they are part of us, like, they are us. So if you're here, then they're still here too. Okay. Thanks, you guys. So here's another comment from Marie. Marie says, I met your mom when I was a coffee tender at the Alano Club. She informed me that she was my sponsor and I should be at her house first thing Monday morning. And from that day on, we were fast and furious friends. I miss her so very much. Shout out to Marie. I happened to meet Marie. Well, I met Marie in Milwaukee before I came to Vegas, when I was first new in Milwaukee. I don't really remember that. So there's pictures and evidence, but I don't remember those days. But I knew Marie then. But when I came to Vegas, Marie was out here, and we became friends. And she was one of my mama's best friends. So I appreciate Marie and her husband, Sean. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. My sis Britt. Shout out Britt Nicole from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Fire poet, fire human, bomb advocate for the people and the children. Britt says, a couple of my best memories with your mom really involve her commenting on and supporting our poetry in Facebook in our early days. Seeing her comments make me smile, and her Green Bay Packer coat she always would wear. Yes, my mom, oh my gosh, she loved her Green Bay Packer coat. And she had a little Green Bay, she always loved wearing hats. She had a Green Bay Packer hat and a little pink cane. I don't know why she didn't have a Green Bay Packer cane. Oh, that would have been cool. But she had a little pink cane. I still have it. It's in Milwaukee right now, but I still have her pink cane. And she loved the Packers. She loved the freaking Packers. Everything Packers. So that's one of the signs. You know, when our people leave us, we have signs, or you can have signs from them. So one of the things that when I see it, I feel like it's my mama talking to me, especially in Las Vegas, is the Packers. So I could just be driving down the street and I'll see just like a Green Bay Packer like license plate frame, or I'll see somebody with the same kind of Packer coat my mama would wear. You know what I'm saying? So something like that. That's when I see that, that's a sign. That's my mama to me. Like that's a message, or like just a little whisper, like, you know, I'm still here, baby. Oh man, don't cry. Okay. Oh man, you guys. Okay, it's almost over. I just got to keep going. Okay, Larry, my brother Larry, he's not my biological brother, but I call him my brother. My mama used to call him her son. So Larry says, there were so many wonderful things that I can think about Cindy. It was hard to put everything down and remember. Put everything down. I remember meeting her in 1994. And her and Ron were at the Alano Club, and I remember you that she was always smiling, and she was always there to give me support and help me guide through my recovery and through the years. So my mother was a recovering alcoholic. I think she's transitioned now, so it's safe to. I can't break her anonymity. Sorry, Mom. But that's what these people are sharing their stories about. They met her at the Alano Club, which is where the recovering alcoholics would go for their meetings and fellowship. And she was very involved in that. And so this Larry and then Marie, they met her there. And she's helping them through their recovery. Through the years, and she's always been the person you can always count on to give you great advice as life goes on. I remember we were all talking and joking and laughing, and she said to me that her and Ron had placed a bet that I wouldn't stay sober as long as I did. And we all kind of chuckled because that's just who she was. So she's just she's just placing bets on your recovery. That's the type of person my mother was. Woman? No, I'm just kidding. It's all fun, though. It's all fun. She's a kind, wonderful person and always needs computer help. Oh, my God. Because Larry's like the computer guy. So, my mama always needs some computer help. We'd always talk together and converse. And, there were meals in between. And I remember graduating from MATC and seeing her there. And I was looking at her picture a while back where you can just see her. Hugs are genuine, loving, and kindness. So, yeah, Cindy was one of a kind. Hell yeah, my mama's the shit. She's a true-hearted, loving woman that would tell you exactly what you needed to hear. That is facts. Whether it hurt or not. But she tell you the truth, and I miss that. So happy birthday, Miss Cindy. You have raised a beautiful daughter, and I'll see you on the other side of life. Happy birthday, your friend always, Larry. Aw, thank you, Larry. And thanks for saying she raised a beautiful daughter. She did a great job. Her and my daddy did a great job. How you guys feeling out there? I'm feeling a little intense. I'm glad they got the door open up in here. Shout out to Icarus, because I was about to burn up in this mother sucker. Okay, so another message comes from Holly, who's my best friend who I just told you I went. Mama Cynthia. I love Mama so much. One of the best parts about that was I could tell she loved me too. How can I express my love for her that does it justice? She taught me so much. I love the way she talked, her laugh, her smile. She truly was my second mama. Oh my God, I'm trying not to cry, you guys. My best memories of her are that if I ever needed anything, whether advice or just a mama hug, she was there. She is the reason I fell in love with basketball. I know she loved other sports, but basketball games are the ones I remember. She would jump up and yell at that television. It sure scared me the first few times. But then Vicky explained to me this was all normal and everything was fine. Even when I hadn't seen her in over 20 years, she still loved me the same and offered life-allowing advice to me. I miss you so much, Mama. Happy birthday. Love, little Holly. Oh, man. Life is so crazy. I realized when I was at just reminiscing with my friend, that, I feel like I was in such a hurry to grow up. Are we always in a hurry to grow up? Was it just me? I felt like I couldn't wait to grow up and just have a family. And that's probably due to my own childhood traumas I was dealing with at the time, and, what we went through as a family unit and just the experiences that we shared with each other. But it's like I don't know if it's just me, but you don't really think about stuff anymore. You don't think about the past. You just think about where you're at. Like, I started raising kids, so that's what I had to focus on. And a lot of stuff I don't remember about my life, or I don't. I can remember if it's coming back, like if we're talking about it, to remember it. But besides that, I don't really. There was stuff that's not consciously in my mind that I don't remember. And it was so good to just. Oh, man, to just talk with my friend and then talk with my dad and then just remember everything. You guys, I'm sorry. That was not a appropriate noise to make. Little D says, Little D's my nephew. He's the nephew that from my biological father that I found via my second son. I got a whole incredible story, you guys. I can't wait to tell it. I can't wait. But Little D says, I miss her. And it makes me sad every time I see our messages. So they used to message back and forth. My mom was probably in everybody's inbox. She used to get on my nerves. Like, woman, stop inboxing me from 5 different Facebook pages. Why does your dog need a Facebook page? I love my mama. I would not even. Oh, man. When your people get on your nerves, you just got to appreciate it, because when they don't get on your nerves, you're going to miss it. Like, I wish my mom would comment. I wish my parents would be arguing back and forth on my Facebook page right now. Like, I miss that shit. It's, oh, man, this is crazy, you guys. All right, and the last comment that I received, I hope I got everybody's comments, I hope I didn't miss anybody, was from my Auntie Debbie. My Auntie Debbie says, first of all, you need to know that I love my sister. Our relationship wasn't easy, and we didn't always get along. We tried. There are secrets between me and your mom. Oh, shit. Family secrets. What's the family secrets? It'd probably make a good movie. Okay, there are secrets between me and your mom. Once we got older, we got along better. But it wasn't easy, but I loved her. And that day before she left us, I told her how much she meant to me. We didn't talk much. But when my husband Jerry died, she came and stayed with me and drove from Missouri, even though we hadn't spoken in a long time. I know at that moment my sister loved me and cared. If you have any questions, just ask me. Love, your auntie. Oh, family secrets. I want to know the secrets, Auntie. You write them down. If it's you could just write them down, and then I'll read them when you die. Then nobody can get in trouble because y'all be dead. Oh, I touched something. I don't know what I touched. Oh no. So yeah, those are all the comments. Really great stories. Yes, thanks, Icarice. Shout out to Icarice for chiming in. Yeah, like, you know, when people die, you usually hear all the great things about them. You know, we want to celebrate them and celebrate their life. And even though it wasn't always great growing up. Like my mother, I love her. Bless her heart, she was a little bit dysfunctional. She had anger issues, and I had a lot of memories. That were not pleasant, and I feel like that's why I was such in a hurry to grow up. And it didn't mean I didn't love my mama, but I do love her, and I did love her, even going through life, you know, and realizing, not at the time I'm not knowing, but as I'm older and growing up through life, I can look back and see how my mother was just, you know, evolving along her journey, how she had, you know, trauma and stuff that she had to heal and get through. And I'm proud of her because, you know, she got into Alcoholics Anonymous, and she stayed sober until the day she died. She might have had a little old duels every time, once and again. She'll say, I'm just gonna have me a little old duels, like once a year or something. But she did good. And I feel like I'm so proud of her because she could have remained in her pain. She could have not wanted to get help. She could have continued drinking. She could have, you know, got on drugs. She could have been a prostitute. Like, she could have done all these things, but she didn't. Like, she chose herself, and she chose me. She chose my brother, and rest in peace to my brother. Like, that was a trauma that she had to live with all her life, that my brother died. He was 8 years old, and he drowned in the swimming pool. Ooh. It was just his birthday too, on the 12th of December. But I remember, like, that's one of my memories with her, is that she just, I felt like she always carried that with her, and it didn't feel good, you know. I could feel that she hurted from that, like, forever, till the day she died. And I can't, you know, I haven't, you know, lost a child, thank God. Yeah, all my babies are still here. I wouldn't know what to do. That's why my heart goes out extra to my friend who just lost her son, because it's crazy. You know, somebody shot him in Utah, and that's out of order. Like, it's sad when that stuff happens, but I think part of being on our journey and evolving spiritually and, like, getting spiritually mature is understanding that even though these things is whack that's happening, it's still a greater purpose. And just to do our best to focus on that. I need to breathe. I feel like I'm just so yeah, I love my mom. Another memory I have with her, that, you know, my parents, when I was growing up, they were very open, very, you know, honest about a lot of things, about their youthful days, and, you know, drinking and smoking weed and hippie parties. You know, whatever they used to do. They're very open, you know. about a lot of things, and so I appreciate that. Like, I feel like they gave me a good sense of like openness. I don't know what the word is. Like, you know, I feel like they wanted me to be able to talk to them about whatever, and I didn't talk to them about stuff, but I feel like they wanted me to, and that's why they were so open with me. But one of the memories I have, and I used to listen to them like tell their stories, and they used to be smoking weed and stuff. And I remember I used to think, man, I can't wait to smoke weed with my mama. Like, can I smoke some weed? I always thought it would be fun because all their little stories they would tell. And then one time, I don't know, the years and stuff, I'm not good with like saying what year it was. But one time, as we were all grown up, I think I've had all 4 of my sons. They were probably all still in school and whatnot. But anyways, I was going to Summerfest in Milwaukee with my mom. And Summerfest is one of the biggest musical festivals on the planet. It's like a whole 2-week-long festival. It's super dope. But anyways, that's where I danced on stage with Chubby Checker when I was 5 years old. That's where my stardom started right there, bro. I was on stage at 5 years old. Summerfest, Chubby Checker. I just seen him too like a few months ago. It was so dope. Anyways, so we were getting ready to go to Summerfest, and I was like, hey, Mom, you want to smoke some weed? I had a little joint, and we were on the bus stop, and I was smoking weed with my mom. It was so funny. And she was kind of, I think she was, she wasn't all the way the old lady that she was when she died, but she was kind of old. I think she still had her cane, but it was a good time, and it was just fun. My mother definitely was a funny woman, and I know she loved me, and I love reading back on like messages and posts. I'm so grateful for Facebook because it really is a collection of like memories and history and stuff. And so I'm always looking back and just looking for her comments. It's on my old page, so I always go to the old page and I'm like looking, see if my mama left me a comment or see if, you know, whatever, because she was just the best. And I'm proud of her, and I'm proud of her life. And I feel like she was at peace when she left. That's what's so great about it. She had a little troubles, and she always overcame. Like, she definitely wasn't no punk, and she always overcame whatever came in her way. And she moved out to Iowa and went to this little old person home, not like an old person home, but you know, where all the old people live. And she used to call me and tell me about the drama. I'm like, these is a bunch of old white folks in Iowa. Why do they have drama? Like, what are y'all doing? Somebody didn't change the coffee pot, or somebody didn't take the minute notes, or somebody's gossiping about somebody. I'm like, this doesn't make no sense, woman. But she was proud where she was at. She used to take walks, and she loved taking pictures of nature. And she loved the responsibility she had, whatever it was, you know, in that complex that she lived in. She would wake up and go make the coffee for the residents, or go take the notes when they had a meeting, or, you know, whatever. She loved that secretary. She was a secretary, I think, most of my life, a secretary, or working like in an office or something. So I really just wanted to make sure that, you know, I talked about her and honored her life and her legacy, which is me. On today, it's her birthday. I think she would have been 72. She definitely left early, but like I said, she went through a lot. Her body was tired, and sometimes that's just how it is, you know. It's still sad. I'm happy I didn't cry on this show, but that's good because I don't want to cry where the world is watching. I want to be transparent, but not all the way transparent. It's sad, but we're going to be all right. And if anybody in your life died or transitioned, whatever you call it, remember, they're not gone. They're still here with you, and it's up to you to acknowledge that and to bring them in and welcome them in and ask for signs and just little nudges so that you can get along your journey and you could feel good. You know, they're not in pain anymore. They're not mad anymore. They're just free as a mother sucker. Mother sucker? Anyways, so yeah. Well, you guys, only got one more minute. I want to thank you for tuning in to MVP Speaks Radio. Keep on tuning in every Thursday. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep going. Keep going, MVP. Please, you guys, tell me, keep going. Don't let me give up. Don't let me succumb to the darkness. I am the light. Lyte. Anyways, I love y'all. Make sure you pull up on Monday. We're going to Kevlo's Music Hall for the All Artists New Year's Day celebration cash prize giveaway. I'm going to take somebody's money. So, you want to take it with me or what? Don't be afraid. And hit me up if you want to get your Be Inspired. 2 for $22.22. 2 jars, 2 great gifts. They come in a little yellow bag. It's super cute. You'll love it a lot. With that being said, thank you guys so much. And shout out to everybody who chimed in to help me celebrate my mama and love on my mama. She's a beautiful, amazing human being. I love her so much. Catch me back here next Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. MVP Speaks Radio, only on Hot 702.5 FM. Peace and love.